Hello YouTube, today we have Brendan. And what did you do today?
Finally won a case tournament, and I used Tearlament on this Ps5 case tourney, and they have a distributed Yugi product, but I'm getting that too.
Yeah, so you won the case tournament today. You got the PS5, the trophy, and a crap ton of boxes, right?
I think so, yes.
Yes, and you played Tearlament.
Yes.
Congratulations, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you. Any
subscriptions, shout outs before we start.
Tier.
Uh-huh.
Dude, get the camera away from me, bro.
They love your brows.
They do not.
Any other
No one
shout-outs?
loves me.
Any other shout outs?
I guess shout out to Shenanigans, shout out to Miguel. Him and I always playing, we played in finals, so that was pretty chill.
Nice.
I don't know. I can't really think of much right now.
Okay, alright, let's see your main deck. How many cards are in the main deck before we start?
40.
40.
Alright, so for the main deck, 3 Diviner. I guess my deck's really not all that different than it was last format. There's a few minor changes that definitely make a difference in the long run, but it's nothing there's no Horus, there's no Diabel. It's actually pretty boring and pretty I don't know, but maybe it seems different because what everybody's been doing now. But 3 Diviner, this card is a normal summon mill 5. There is zero reason not to not play 3 of this. I'm glad more people jumped on the train, but they're now really quickly getting off of playing 3 of this. I don't know why. Again, this card's crazy. Just dude, milk this. This card's crazy. Of course, and then the other reason is you have at will access to these. You want to hit these as is, so why not hide in the chances playing something like this? These need to be banned. These cards are also just crazy.
It's quote unquote more copies of those cards.
Yeah, you're literally just playing you have at will access to any one of them. That's the best part. It's not limited to only sending a certain name. You can send whatever you want, which is super helpful when you're playing so say mirror matches. You can just send these at will, because whoever has this force now wins. I do play 2 Mally. This is the worst part of the main deck, but it's a necessary evil because you're summoning Beatrice. Beatrice is the best card in your extra deck, so I think that the pros and the outcome far outweigh the cons. The cons, obviously, milling 2 can suck. Opening 1 or 2 of it can suck. But other than that, it's a body that summons itself out. You make Beatrice, then turns into Mud Dragon, and or it can turn into a D hero. Literally against Rescue Ace in top 4, I went. He went battle phase, I went okay, fuse, summon this, I summoned the fusion dude, and then I just used the other guy to pitch one of these from my hand to send this one, and then that milled 5, and it just launched me into the game. So, and I guess the other reason why I'm still on this, I'm not playing Shyama, is I'm also still on Kaiju's, so I don't want to play the Danger package. I don't think it's that good, in my opinion, especially since we don't have Curious. There's no real reason to try to milk that. Because I build lose is just a lot harder to draw, in my opinion. Not only that, I think that in simplistic value, this is a better engine, because Shyama has to work with another level 6, where this is always going to be a Beatrice on its own no matter what. You're just going to send one, put it back, go dude, pitch the other one, and to make it Beatrice. Regardless, it doesn't even matter what you discard, you're going to get there. Not only that, this is still an Aqua, this is water, so you can add this back on Toad. And then it's just Kaiju, so you get rid of the Kitty Cat, which is the biggest thing, because it's, this on legs. But not only that, it's just good to have spot removal as a whole. I think it's, adding Mirror Jades, adding Barons, adding the rank 6 and Unchained. Actually, that card's really annoying, so just being able to just get rid of that and start playing the game is really important. And then I'm still on King of the Swamp. I'm not going to cut this card because other people say so. I've been on this card literally since day 1. Even before this deck came out, I was testing with it. Never wanted to drop it. I think maybe out of the entire year that this deck's been alive in the TCG, maybe only 1 or 2 variants have I not played this in. And those were 60 card piles that had way too much of other engines in it. That's why I couldn't play it.
So you like them?
Yeah, I think just being able to summon Rakalos to A, you just make yourself nip proof. B, you're adding this, which adds a lot of pressure because you can push and make Chimera, or sometimes you're just doing other things with it, which is really important. It just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent because they just see it mill, you see it pitch, and they're kind of just oh my god. And then Grapha is really good into stuff like Labyrinth and Rescue Ace. Rakalos is just obviously a good card as a whole. Then there's another card I play that I'll get to. And then for Tier Engine, it's nothing crazy. 3, your 1-ofs. 3, this gained a lot more value thanks to SP Little Knight because you can just mill your opponent's cards and then SP Knight vanish from wherever you milled. So yeah, this card gained a ton more value. And then of course, these are at 1. But you still hit them. And then Terraforming, 3 planets, is just the best card in the main deck, searches you the best monster in the deck, which is Shireen. 3 Scream, 3 Sleek. I'm not playing Meta Noise or Heartbeat. I don't think Meta Noise is that good without Kid Kalos. Heartbeat's just kind of mid. Even then, you can't use both effects in the same turn. You can abuse both of these effects in the same turn. And I think having an Imperm when you're already establishing a board is a lot better than a Book of Moon. And then Scream just puts pressure on your opponent because they have to play. All this stuff's going to get decreased and you're just going to keep milling more. Like the card, I don't like it that much, but it has grown on me, and I think it's just necessary to play as it is. So you might as well play 3 of it because you just want to see it. Then Trivia Karma, because you banish it and you add any of these 9 cards to your hand. And then the Foolish Brigade, which is 3 goods, 1 burial. I know a lot of people play 1 or 2. For me, since I'm playing a more bricky build, because I'm playing, Kaiju's, King of the Swamp, and the Destiny Hero package. So I want to up my consistency because this essentially is just like 7 planets. Because you're sending this, and even if you open this, you can just still send like Salik to add a name, so it's always going to be a Rhoda, or it can add you the trap, which is never bad.
Like it has versatility.
Yeah, like it's just, I think it's way too good to just not like play a 3. Like there's way too much versatility for it.
And then your extra deck.
Yeah, so it's the main deck. The extra deck, 1/1. You're not getting Unicorn. You're not getting Mind Hacker. Your staple 1-ofs. This card's broken, especially against Rescue Ace. You just establish just in Chimera, and you'll probably win every time. It's very hard for that deck to deal with it. 1 dangerous. It just can't cut this card. It's too good. Do play 1 1 Dust Dragon. So the reasoning for this is that it can send either Mali or the Garua, and especially now thanks to SB Little Knight. Like, because before I know it's kind of mid because you would kind of clog up your board, but now you can just link it off for SB Knight and you're still like getting there. Because I did that in game 2 against Miguel, where I just went, I like hit 2 names, so I just went name, put back, make Garua, and then just this sent Mali, Mali, make Beatrice, just won the game from there. And then of course the Grapha, I think being able to trade while also being able to like kind of resource manage is really good, especially against like again trap decks, Rescue Ace, and in general just like simple game states. You just summon this, it's big. You're just like not negating anything. You're just changing their effect to make you discard a card, which you're usually going to get value off of because like you'll purposely sometimes add a name. And then of course Chimera. This card's crazy. I just can't really imagine cutting it. That's it for all the fusions. Tip package, glad more people are on this, because when you establish most of these, this is very good, because this can't die. And then Redoer, obviously the best card in the extra deck, Beatrice. Card's crazy.
Correct.
And then, just for links.
Boxes,
Oh, I got frozen, yeah. So I still play Lingaribo. This actually came up round 1, so I am correct on playing this. I actually thought about cutting it if it didn't come up today, but we're not cutting it. I am too scared of Ibli, because if that happens to you, you just can't play. Even then, you will just summon this, and it deals with the trap. And it's usually Rescue Ace doing it to you, so you kind of just say thank you. And then, now for the new edition, SP Low Knight. Card's crazy, especially in this deck, because you're going like, Tier Cash, Kelbeck, Akito, and then you're just banishing one of the resources. And then like, usually, I mean, people may not believe this, but like your end board, like no shit, is usually like this, and this. Like usually I don't know, with like a Salik and a Scream. But not always a Scream, but like, like you're always gonna have these.
Basically a board that.
Yeah, I mean the board's crazy.
A lot of interactions.
Yeah, very hard for opponent to deal with it. That's it for the extra deck. So for the side deck, Skullmark. Didn't have to do this today, thankfully, but it's just for time factor. Hate having to side stuff like this because it eats up space in the side deck, but didn't have to do it once, so that's good. 3 DD Crows. I chose this over Bystials. I think even this has just been getting a lot of popularity as it is, just because plays around her colors, plays around them not having a board, and you can just hit whatever you want, so it's more versatile. So especially in mirror matches, you can just like force out like Kelbeck Tenakito or Keldomadoras. And then 3 Dual Lockbird. I'm going to respect Vanadium, Rika, Flu. These are just toolboxy decks in general. I think it's just too good to like not side or play in one way. For the best one of the game, Harpy's Feather Duster. 3 Xyz Encore. I have to play this to deal with Noir and to deal with Dweller. If your deck makes either or, I have to side this in because I just like I'm not dealing with it. And it came up my final game of today. Did this to a Dweller, won the game. And then 3 Super Poly. I'm playing a fusion deck. Benefit of playing fusion decks is you can abuse a card like this. And then the last card I decided was this.
The Manadia board.
Yeah, so essentially if your opponent's doing like the Diabell, like Savage Baron, or they're like playing Vanadium, or even like Dragon Link for instance, they're always gonna have like Dispater or some Dragon Synchro with Baron. You just get rid of it, and like for those matchups, you're just gonna side out like the Lingaribo because they're not gonna Ibli you if they're going Synchro plays. So you just side it out, and I didn't have to main it because I wasn't maining these.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all.
Congratulations, Brandon. Anything else you want to say about your deck?
You can play it however you want. I guess people are wondering. I think the forest cards suck. I don't think they're that good. I don't like the danger build. If you want to play danger build, you can play danger build. I think King of the Swamp stuff is just fine. You don't have to cut it because Jesse said so. Play whatever you want.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Brandon. You have a good night and subscribe.
Team is strongest. Woo! Team is dead.
Congrats, Brandon.
Yeah.